Yeah.
All right, let's get to Thursday night football, Vikings, Eagles. Buck, who you got? Who are you starting? And what in blue hell is wrong with Sirianni not giving DeAndre Swift more than like 2 touches? I mean, Kenneth Gainwell's already banged up because of that. But
I know. I think he's got a rib issue, right? Something like that. Yeah. And those are hard to heal, man. I mean, even as a singer, I've pulled the muscle in my ribs. And when you try to breathe in to sing, I mean, I can't imagine being hit. So they're going to play him this week. I guarantee, or they're going to bring Rashad Penny out of.
Well, they said Sirianni said he never wants to have another game where DeAndre Swift comes out with 2 touches or 3 touches or whatever it was. So at least they are. That game was kind of odd. The game with them and the Patriots was kind of odd. They got off to a big lead and they never seemed to get things going. Dallas Goedert got a 0. It was just not a good scene. I think Philly bounces back as their home opener. They're going to be packed in. It's a Thursday night game. The Vikings come to town, who lost a pretty big game that they should have won last week. As far as our Eagles go, I mean, you got to start Hurts, you got to start Goddard, you got to start both of the receivers. I don't know if you can start if Gainwell plays. Maybe you can start Gainwell, but I think
Devonta Smith.
Unless you have, yes, both of the Devonta Smith and AJ Brown both.
But Devonta Smith outplayed AJ Brown.
Well,
from a fantasy standpoint.
But what does Bill Belichick do? He takes away your best player, and AJ Brown's our best player. He just took him away. On the other side of the ball, the biggest.
Go ahead.
The biggest question mark on the other side of the ball for at least me is Alexander Madison going to keep that job over the backup?
Ty Chandler.
Yep.
Yeah. I was afraid of this, man. And I drafted him because he was there late in most drafts. For this reason, he was a good backup. He was a serviceable, good backup. I was concerned about this from the beginning. That's why I was really surprised when they let Dwayne McBride go without, because, until you know that your number 2 can be a number 1.
Well, and I guess they thought, because, Cook was hurt a little bit last year, and Madison, anytime he came in, he did look good, right? Maybe he just needs a couple. Maybe he was a little rusty. Maybe he needs some time. But Minnesota.
A lot of pressure, too, to be.
And they just looked disjointed. They just really didn't look like they were all on the same.
Their defense is horrible. I mean, maybe one of the worst in the league.
And they're going.
And I'm really they are, and I'm really going against Philadelphia this week. It's not going to be an easy task.
No.
The line I wasn't shocked, but I was. It's -7. If you take the Eagles, you have to give 7 points.
That's home opener. I think it probably should have been 4, but I can see.
Yes, that's what I think. Yeah. So I mean, I think I'd take the Eagles in my opinion.
Yeah.